What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net. And behind me, you'll see I have another beautiful Panther to bring you this week, folks. This is a fully dressed 2006 Lincoln Town Car Designer Series with just 31,000 miles. Absolutely gorgeous. You know how I love them all dressed up like this, and this one does not disappoint. It's actually hard for me to let this one go. I love this car with that blue canvas top. Gonna do a full walk around here in the video, show you all around the outside of the car, point out any imperfections with the car, show you all the interior, under the hood, in the trunk, all that good stuff right here in this video. Tell you all the details, price, everything right here. Let's get into it. She is a beautiful 2006 Lincoln Town Car Designer Series. This is the first year of the Designer Series. The last one that I had was the last year. 06 and 07 were the only 2 years the Designer Series was offered. There were a few changes between the 2 years, but basically the biggest upsell with these cars were the leather interior with that special piping and special leather. But the 06s didn't come with a few things that the 07s did come with. One of the things you might notice right off the bat is the lack of the fog lights. That was an 07 only thing for the Designer Series cars. But they did come with these cool chrome pillars like the 07s. They do have that special leather interior, the piping, all that good stuff. And this one's a really well-loaded car. Has a factory sunroof. Also has the HID headlights. Now, the last one I had did not have the HID headlights. So this is an HID headlight car. It's got the chrome multi-spoke wheels. Just a beautiful example. Like I said, a beautiful color combo. The color on the outside of this one, G4, that's cashmere tri-coat on these cars. It's kind of like I call it a dirty pearl white. It's like kind of like a grayish pearl white. It's in the white family, but it's not as bright, would say, as the last one that I had, like bright white. It's definitely more of a cashmere tri-coat. Beautiful, full navy canvas top. It is trimmed and tricked out and decked out and just absolutely gorgeous. That light tint on the windows just really makes it pop. I'm usually not a tint guy, but in a car like this, I could really go and appreciate that tint because it's not too dark where it looks, you know, like well, it'll look like someone you don't want to buy a town car from, but it's just light enough, just dark enough. It's a great combination. Gives it that nice, sleek look. You get those chrome pillars coming down the side. This is an example of a town car that Grandpa bought, said, I want the designer, I want the top trim town car. And then he put thousands of extras onto it, like the cloth canvas top, the navy blue pinstripe, the wheel arches. The pillar posts were standard equipment. I did put the chrome rocker kit on this car just to really finish it off. Got those big, beautiful white walls on here. Just a really, really sharp car. If you're looking for a town car that kind of just says meh and just gets you from A to B without being noticed, this is definitely not the town car for you. This is just a really, really sharp unit that has just been really well cared for. Just under 31,000 miles. This car came to me by way of cars. Well, I usually don't get cars this way. I actually took this car in on trade, believe it or not. Some sweet folks down in Gulfport, Mississippi, traded this 06 in with, at the time, it's just clicked 30,000 miles. I've put about probably 900 miles on this car. But they traded this car in for the 2003 Cartier I had recently had with just 9,000 miles. They were really adamant about getting a super, super low mileage town car. Still don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me because it's a gorgeous, just 30,000 mile car. But technically that Cartier had a third of the miles. I think there was some cool options that they were really interested in. Having that first year Cartier was what really drew them to the car. But the mileage was the big thing. And so this car came up here on trade, and I'm happy to have it because it is a gorgeous, gorgeous unit all the way around. Really, really sharp. I mean, you can see, look at how nice the paint is, the chrome, everything just glistens on this car. It's got that look, the look that I love. with all the extras. I absolutely adore that look. You know me, I like them fully dressed. All right, coming around to the passenger side, and you can see no disappointments, just like that driver's side. This thing is shiny, sharp, and stunning. I don't know if any other S words, but oh no, she's sexy. This car is sexy. Grandpa style. But just look at that thing. I mean, again, I will mention it probably twice more in this video. If you don't like a town car that's gonna grab all the attention, do not buy this car. Yeah, I'm not saying all the attention, but people are gonna be like, wow, that's a sharp car, because you just don't see stuff like this on the road anymore. You know, stuff with the tops, the trim, the white walls. I mean, this car just screams classy, old school, but modern. You know, and that's a great thing about these town cars. They're modern classics. Destined to become classics because they're kind of like that last big V8 hoorah Ford, body on frame, rear wheel drive, simple, you know, serviceable, no BS electronics that, you know, is going to shut you down. But classy if you like that top, if you like the trim, you like the extras. No other cars today can pull that off, and that's why I really like these town cars, because they're very elegant cars. And all the gingerbread really makes a difference. Again, that shine on the hood. You can see my Cadillac sign. I always get in the comments, it never ceases to amaze me that people are like, oh, how can you take pictures of a Lincoln in front of a Cadillac sign? Oh, it's just the sign that I have on my wall. I do have a Lincoln sign though, so no fear. I just got to get a bigger one for behind the behind the pictures, maybe one up there. Again, I love that tint on the windows, just enough. Got all those cool button snaps and that chrome trim that comes down the roof. Give it that real kind of imitation convertible look. Sharp, sharp, sharp. All right, now. Yeah. Oh, man, I love this car. Now we're going to bust out the pointer here and show you just a few little minor chips on this car. Very minor things anyone would expect on a 2006 car. As gorgeous as this car is, you know me and my level of transparency, and I like to point out everything I can find on these cars. So we'll start on this corner, we'll work our way down to the front, and then we'll spin the car around to the other side. All right, so we'll start Lincoln half over. You can see beautiful chrome on this license plate pocket. Some minor creasing and shriveling in the corners here, very common through this side while I'm at it. You can see a little bit there, but look at how nice the chrome is. The paint on here is in great shape. Rear bumper is in great shape. Really nothing crazy for marks or damage. I think right on the corner here, you can see one guy, another guy up there. Taillight lenses, nice, deep. I mean, just look at the paint on this thing. Even inside, if you focus in on it, you can see the metallic in this color. This is one of my favorite colors because outside it just absolutely pops. Add that beautiful blue canvas top, and it's just something else. We'll come down this side of the bumper. Really nice. I don't know what that little spot is there. It's got a beautiful navy pinstripe. Chrome wheel arches, or stainless steel wheel arches, I should say. 4 brand new tires, white walls, of course, you know me. Obviously, that's how I have to dress these things up. Beautiful chrome wheels. On a few of the wheels, I think maybe 2 or 3, you can see it's just a few spots of random pitting. Like, not every hole has pitting, but you can find a few little spots here and there throughout. This car lived in Florida for, I believe, all its life. It was a 2-owner car. The folks that I had got the car from had it for the last 2 years. Ironically, they bought this car from one of my competitors who I know sells town cars down in Florida. So I was really excited to get it to kind of see what the level of car that they offer. I knew how much they sold this car for. I remember when this car was for sale. And to see what I, ended up doing. And I'm going to go through my list of things that I serviced on this car. Brakes, tires all the way around, shocks, struts all the way around, upper control arms. I did all that Lincoln Town Car stuff. And they only put 2,000 miles on it. So, I know not everybody does that kind of stuff, but at the minimum, replacing the tires that were original to this car, I would have thought that any dealer would do, whether they put black walls on or not. Just absolutely perfect. No dings, nothing going on here. Come down the door edge. Really, really nice. Not even any scuffs or scratches. Maybe a little guy right there on the edge of the mirror. And I love that tint on the windshield, windows. These are factory pillars, just like the last designer series I had. All the designers came with these chrome pillars. And these aren't just stick-on chrome bits. These are actually chrome-plated metal pillars. Standard on the designer series, where all the other town cars had black pillars, like a piano plastic pillar. And then, aftermarket, like I typically do, put the chrome panels on over it. Windshield's the original car light. A few little minor, just, rock dustings, not even chips. Nothing chipped or cracked or anything like that. Just a few little divots. Like I said, I did put this chrome rocker kit on, which I think just finishes the car off so nicely. It really looks factory, and I love these wheel arches. These are the same style wheel arches I put on these cars if they don't have them. Another beautiful white wall. This one's better than the one in the back. I can see one little pit down there. Again, a couple little minor ones. I think those are the only ones on this wheel. New white walls. These are the 225/60/17 Starfire Solaris Classics. Beautiful white wall. Come around to the headlights. Nice crystal clear headlights. Obviously garaged, not left out in the sun down in Florida and Mississippi, because just look at how nice the headlights are. The top too. These cars with these cloth tops, they need to be garaged in order to maintain their beauty. Look at how beautiful the chrome is on the grille. No wrinkling, no divots, no crinkles, nothing. I think right down here, there was a little spot that looked like someone touched up a little scratch right there and right there. This is a tri-coat, so it is a pearl paint, not just like a base clear. It's base pearl and then clear. That's where they get the word tri-coat from. Just look at the shine on this thing. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we'll spin it around, and now we'll take a look at the details on the passenger side. See, again, paint is in beautiful shape. Got all the letters and the town car insignia. Rear bumper, really, really nice shape. No scuffs or chips or dings on this side. Rear bumper is in great shape. Top on this car is phenomenal. I don't think I pressed as hard on, stressing the condition of the top when I did the other side, but beautiful canvas on this car. Look at the seams, the stitching. Anything you see on here is just like a little bit of lint or dust from cleaning it and, whatever. But look at the seam here, all this stitching. Oh, now that's really bugging me. All the way around the top, this is the first thing that starts to go when these tops are left outside, is this starts to fray and fold up and exposes the unfinished edge. The color on the top is beautiful. The trimming, it's all around the windows. You can see here all the way up. Comes up the front and even goes straight across. Sometimes these just end, they wrap the fabric, but whoever did this top did a real nice job on this cloth top. You have the seamed center, and then you have these little kind of bump outs to give it that look of the, you know, the real convertible top. And you got this windlace in the back here. Really nice with the chrome accents. And like I said, all the little artificial snaps that, you know, to mimic like a button for a boot, you know, the convertible top boots when you put a top down. They got the original designer series emblems on there. Just real nice, real clean, real classy. Wheel arch on this side is in great shape. Beautiful white wall tires. This wheel, I think this wheel is a good wheel. I think maybe it was just the wheels on the other side that had a few little pot marks. I don't see anything on this wheel. There is a light scratch. You can see here where someone tried touching up. Depending on how you look at it, right there. Right on the corner. Very light. You don't notice it until you're really on top of it. Even being just a couple feet away. You can obviously see it. The reflection of the light when you go across. Looks like someone may have touched it up, but very faint scratch right there. I think that's like the worst damage on this whole car. You know, if you really want to call that damage. Maybe the worst flaw, we'll say. Might be another two little chips right there. And right there. And I think I see a couple little guys right down here on this little edge. No dings or dents. All the stainless, all the chrome. Like I said, I just put this chrome rocker kit on, so that's all brand new. Mirrors, caps are in great shape. They do have these little old man mirrors, I call them. These ones are actually probably the most useful I've ever had on these things because they're very adjustable. You know, you can do it vertically or horizontally. Usually I don't like these, but these ones for some reason I thought were pretty cool. And they're just stuck on there with a little, kind of see in the back there, a little circular double-sided tape, you know, adhesive pad or whatever. Windshield's great shape. Oh, I love this car. I love this car. I was hoping Papa Bear was going to fall in love with this one. A few people asked me, like, oh, this is a good car for Papa Bear. And I know he would love it because, well, he does love it. He loves that navy blue top. Blue is his favorite color. But Papa Bear loves his Cadillac. His Cadillac's only got like 16,000 miles on it at this point, so this wheel looks like a good one as well. Get another new white wall tire. It's a new brand I've switched over to. Those are those Starfire Classics. This side corner of the bumper. It's a nice shape. I want to say there was a little chip. Little bug marks right there. Thought there was a little chip somewhere. Maybe on the top of the bumper. Oh yeah, right here. You can see that little guy right there. Nice smudge mark. Beautiful chrome on this grille. Usually these start to show pitting. I mean, just look how nice the grille is on this car. Look at the reflection. Beautiful reflection. Oh, man. All right, now let's take a look at the interior of this designer series. All right, heading right into that fancy Provence leather interior in this beautiful designer series. I love the interiors that they did in these designers. Same color combo as the last designer I had. It's got that darker kind of brown with the lighter, I think light, it's maybe, I forget the name of the color that they call this interior, light parchment, maybe. I might be wrong there, don't quote me on that. Another thing that they didn't do in these 06s is they didn't put that special eucalyptus wood in here. It's got the standard wood that I think all the other era town car, or years town cars had, that were in this 03 to 11 you know, line up like a bro wood, which I like. That eucalyptus wood is kind of cool because it's just so unique. They only did it in those 07s, and then the 25th anniversary cars had something similar, but just absolutely beautiful leather. Now, the leather in these cars is so soft. It's so different than the leather that's in all the other town cars. You really feel the difference. The seat, the pattern of the foam and the cushion is different, but I mean, just soft to the touch. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other leather in these town cars is nice. It's beautiful. It's great. But something with this fine Italian leather they put in these Lincolns is real cool. Then they got the piping on the edge all the way up through the headrests, the Lincoln star embossed on the seat backs. Just really, really classy, really top of the line Lincoln Town car. You know, it's no S-Class, but it's a different type of top of the line. All the pull handles all in great shape, all the wood trim, beautiful. I usually do the door jams. I forgot to do the door jam. Nice and clean door jams. Another difference that I actually just noticed is they don't have the designer sill plates like they have in the 07. So just little things that they, I mean, the most important thing is the leather, but little things I guess that they didn't do. You can see a few little spots of corrosion on this aluminum sill plate. Very typical. You have the sticker here for the HID headlight cars, or if you have the THX, it'll have that sticker there too for the mercury or something in the screen. All the jams nice and clean. All the switch plates, bezels, nice, beautiful gloss to them. You have dual power heated seats, memory seats, your trunk button, your fuel door release, little hideaway in there. And then obviously carpeting, fantastic shape in this car. Even the high traffic areas, just real clean. Got the lumbar button in the front there. But again, just look at how nice this leather is. Just very, very minor leather, you know, crease wear, but just soft. I wish there was feel-o-vision. Not just smell-o-vision, but feel-o-vision through the phone camera, and you could just really feel how nice and thick padded these seats are. If you want comfort, 06, 07 designer, that's comfort. All right, let's jump to the back here. The back is similar to the 07, where it's specific to a few things with those rear cup holders, and then the nice clean jams there. The rear cup holders and the rear adjustable articulating headrests. You can see those here. They fold up, fold forward, roll forward, and then they have the center cup holders like the L's do. But back seat, again, beautiful. My daughter loved riding in this car. I loved driving this car. That's why I put near 1,000 miles on it. Came close to that 31,000 mile mark, and I said, oh, gotta stop driving this one. Plus, it was due. I had already serviced it, so it's ready for the next owner. Seat back pockets, nice and tight, both sides. Carpeting, beautiful in the back here. No stains, no kids, no pets. All in the ashtrays, nice and clean. Again, door pull straps, beautiful. You can see a little scuff in the wood. I don't know if it's picking up because it kind of looks a little blurry. But you can see right there, just this little scuff in that wood. Wood, I say wood, I know it's plastic. But leather is super, super nice in this car. All right, let's go around the other side and take a look at the inside. All right, coming around to this side. You can see nice and clean in here as well. Inside those jams, I mean, look at just like the cap nuts for the acorn nuts for the trim. There's no rust or anything on that. All the door gaskets, nice and soft, supple. This might have been a Florida car or a Southern car, but definitely garage kept and cared for because it's not all dried out like some Florida cars tend to get. You can tell one that's dried out, we'll say. Again, you get those Lincoln emblems embossed in the seat back. Super soft, supple leather. All the way throughout here. Right here, it's a little just scratch on the leather there. Back seat carpet, nice and clean. And seat backs, nice and tight, not all stretched out or stuffed with Kleenexes and left in there for 20 years. Seen that before. I did just wash this earlier today, and I'm surprised there's still a little bit of water in here. I washed it before I went home for dinner. Now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm back here doing pictures. It's gonna rain. It should be actually raining outside now. It's gonna rain up till Thanksgiving. So I said, you know what? We'll just do it now. Let's do it. Door panel again. All the wood here is just super nice and glossy. Look at the gloss there. I know most people won't appreciate that, but a lot of Florida cars tend to get this weird kind of textury distortion to the wood, well, the plastic wood. I keep saying wood. I know it's not real wood, but it gets this like weird, like baked distortion. There's no way to fix it. It's just kind of like it gets texturized. It's strange from the heat, I assume. And I see that in a lot of Florida cars, even garage Florida cars. But again, this one just was spared, I guess. Somehow ended up in the perfect climate. The real cool thing with this Lincoln is, and I'm going to let the next owner, because the first two haven't taken it off. This is a care and instruction guide from Ford for this leather, on how to clean this leather. And Cadillacs had these, the DTSs, Devilles. Here I am, and now I'm getting my dirty paw prints on the leather. Dealer, do not remove. Because this leather comes from genuine steer hides, there may be evidence of naturally occurring markings, such as small scars. These markings leave character to the seats and should be considered a proof of a genuine leather product. The fact that stuff like that is still there, I think, is really, really cool. Again, just super nice leather throughout this car. Soft, supple, even though I'm casting a shadow on it. Nice, clean leather, clean carpeting. Everything is just as you would expect it to be. All right, let's jump behind the wheel. All right, behind the wheel of this town car, I love to show you what I got for books and keys. In this case, I know I have the other set of keys, but I either misplaced them or I don't know, because even the tag says 3 of 3. But right now I have the original Lincoln key, a remote, and then the valet key. Whether I find the other set of keys or I don't, I will make sure the car comes with 3 sets. I'll have another set made if I have to, but I'm pretty sure I have the other set around here somewhere. Let's see, we got 30,928 miles. See the instrument cluster. Got the tachometer. This is the updated style instrument cluster, updated style steering wheel, 06. We got all the books, all the little, you know, pamphlets and warranty guides and tire guides and yada, yada, yada. This is probably the airbag thing. Yep, little airbag thing. Key code for the door, key code in the nice leather bound, probably vinyl, but you know what I mean. Case here. We'll do a AC self test while we wait. Nice clean non-smoker's car. Got both cup holders here, or ashtrays, even though the people don't smoke in these dang things anymore. Power point under here. 6-disc in-dash CD changer, Soundmark sound system. Real nice. Oh, yeah. So no codes for any of the blend doors or anything like that. Shut that off. Radio.
Inconvenient way.
Works great. Got the dual flipping center console with the dual cup holders and little junk collector in there. Fold that in. Full power moonroof. It might have been one touch back. I don't know. I just held it the whole time. Oh, it's one touch close. That's interesting. Oh, one touch open and one touch closed. Fancy. And obviously the sunshade. All the power seats and everything work. Memory recall, heated seats, all that good stuff. You got power pedals, traction control, automatic headlights. We'll leave the headlights on. We'll take a look under the hood. Flip open this hood and you got that 4.6 liter V8, tried, true, and just, what can I say? Everybody knows the power plants in these things as being one of the most reliable V8s Ford has ever made. Nice and clean under here. You can see all the, clips and nuts and bolts. All nice and clean, no rust, no corrosion. Even has the grandpa deer whistles conveniently hidden behind the grill. But thankfully, never been needed to keep a deer out of the grill because we're doing pretty good. Battery is date coded 9 of 23. We did reseal that fresh air cowl, but I mean, just look at how nice and clean the engine block is. Got a lot of original stamping and writing on the block. Super, super clean car. Even the underhood insulator pad is in really nice shape. Just a really, really nice sorted Lincoln Town car. All right, coming around to the back, I love to show you the power trunk release on these town cars. 2 clicks opens the trunk, and you'll see it'll open up to its very well-known, wide, deep trunk. Now, this car got all 4 original floor mats, all in beautiful condition. I mean, even the driver's side, look at how nice that is. The Lincoln logo embossed in there. You have the original quarter-mounted spare. But the previous owners really felt more comfort in driving this car with a matched full-size spare. Now, this full-size spare is not bolted down. There are provisions up here on this rear shelf to bolt them down, but this isn't. Looks like, actually, I think it is a brand new or maybe a refinished wheel. The wheel looks brand new. Brand new Michelin tire on this thing. I don't know, is there a date code on this? 34th week of 2020. So yeah, not that old. That does come with the car. Like I said, it's not bolted down, but it is a matched wheel in beautiful shape with a brand new Michelin if you want to go with the full-size spare. The reason why that Ford ended up putting the spare in the quarters of these, obviously to downsize into the donut size, but you lose a little bit of well space when you're putting stuff in here with the overhang of that full-size spare, or even the donut-size spare. When they overhung, you lost a little bit. With that now over here, now this wheel won't fit over here, but with that, the tire here, you have clear space all the way down to, put stuff in the trunk there. So that's why they did that, or one of the reasons. Trunk pull down, beautiful. And there you have it, folks. That is the 2006 Lincoln Town Car Designer Series. Just under 31,000 miles on this beautiful cashmere tri-coat with a beautiful navy canvas top. It's just an absolutely stunning combination. As far as service work we did to this car, like I had said earlier, I was excited to see, what I'd have to do to a car. Not that it needed tires, because they did roll out good, but they were the original tires, date coded 05. So we put 4 new white wall tires on it. We ended up doing pads and rotors all the way around. It had a very, very minor pulsation to it on the highway. Ended up doing that. The upper control arms we did because the ball joints were deteriorated. Typical. So while we had the struts out to do that, we ended up putting front struts in. I did rear shocks as well. Oil change. We did air suspension control module in this car. We resealed that air box, put the chrome rockers on it. So we did do quite a few little things. The brakes and tires, the ball joints. I knew those ball joints had been like that for at least 2 years. So it just tells me, keeps me in check on what I do versus what others do. And I'm not trying to shit on anybody. I'm not trying to, you know, dig at another dealership. I just makes me feel good that I go above and beyond. You take that for what it is. Anyways, this is the car. Very much appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you. Go over to my website, specialtymotorcars.net. Check out all those still pictures of this car. Don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. I can help get this thing shipped anywhere it has to go. Of course, everybody's going to want to know the price on this town car. Price on this one is going to be $24,995. All right, bottom side of the 2006 Designer Series. You can see here, pretty clean under here, as to be expected, really. Very, very nice car on the bottom side as well. New rear shocks in the back here, new rear pads and rotors. The rear air shocks, let's see if I can get some light up here, are in great shape. You can see, or you can't see, no dry cracking or anything like that. Those are the original Firestone bags. I can see some flashover rust on the drive shaft, but it still has all the QC markings. Pretty, I don't know why I don't just keep the light out, I guess. Pretty nice under here. Light surface rust here and there, but nothing crazy. New front struts, new upper control arms with the new ball joints there, greasable ball joints. Did just do a fresh oil change. Looks like somebody had a new steering shaft. That's a Ford recall, so chances are that was done under recall. New front pads, rotors, and new tires, of course. And if you want to really know what all the parts look like that I took out of this car, here they are. And you can see these are the control arms. This is why I do the control arms. You can see the boots just starting to tear here and tear apart. Now, these ones are actually still kind of there, but here's the other side. You can see with that boot torn, the grease starts getting out. The ball joint is still good. You can see not greasable either from Ford. Brakes, same thing. Not horrible, but just enough scarring on them that it had a little bit of a brake pulsation. You can see on these rear ones, front ones. Same thing. You kind of feel a little bit. It's probably really just the rears, but we did them all anyways. And then the struts. To do the front control arms, you got to pull the struts out. 30,000 miles. I know, not that old, not that many miles, but look at the age. So we did all that stuff. And there you have it, folks. That is the 2006 Lincoln Town Car Designer Series. Any questions, give me a call, 978-930-1004. Totally appreciate everybody for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below. I'd really appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you soon.